Here are some of her general mantras. All is well in my world. Is it, J-Lo? Was it well in your world when you got, your fourth, fifth divorce? Is that well in your world? Okay. I am happy, healthy, whole, and complete. Really? Somebody else who was in the news, and everyone was talking about it in viral videos going around everywhere, was Jennifer Lopez. Okay. Jennifer Lopez decided that on her ratty little tour, where she displays some of the worst vocals I've ever heard, she was going to writhe and gyrate all over the stage with a bunch of men in their 30s. And she was going to simulate all kinds of sex positions. Now, people have been showing this footage all over the place. I'm not going to do that. I just don't even want to. It's just inappropriate. You know, if you want to go see it, you've seen it. Even if you didn't want to, I didn't want to see it. It was splashing in front of my eyes all over the place. I'm not going to also subject you to that. Because it's gross. It's gross that at this age, she's 55 years old. And, you know, I heard Megyn Kelly talking about this, and she's like, at 55 years old, you're not a sex object anymore, and you need to stop trying to be the sex bot, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
I can say this because I'll be 55 in November. We're not sex symbols. We could look great for our age. We could rock a bikini in the right setting. That's terrific. Good for us. But asking the American public to look at you and be like, I want to have sex when I look at her. That ship has sailed. I'm sorry. It's sailed with menopause.
I don't agree with the fact that at a certain age, people just look at you and they don't want you anymore. I'm like, have you seen Jennifer Lopez? She's like incredibly attractive. And also Megyn Kelly, so are you. So I don't know why you're denigrating women in their 50s because y'all all look great, okay? It's not an issue of do people want to sleep with me or not. That's not even on the table. I thought that was like the worst commentary of all time. What is that? I don't think there's any guy out there who's going to look at Jennifer Lopez and be like, yuck. Okay? I don't care that she's 55 years old. She doesn't look like it. You know, so, I mean, what kind of... That's not the problem here. The problem is, why are you putting on a porn show for everybody? That's the problem. Doesn't matter what your age is. Why am I looking... I don't want to see 25-year-old girl do that. You want to do that? Get an OnlyFans page. Do you in your degenerate ways. But not in my face. I don't want to see it. Okay. But on the heels of such ridiculousness... What should InStyle magazine dish up for us but some of their regular trash? Okay, so they had interviewed Jennifer Lopez. And I thought this was the richest interview I'd ever seen. InStyle magazine's takes are always 100% trash, but I have to say I rely on them heavily for this show because they don't even realize that what they're doing is just absolute hot, steaming garbage juice. Because they're always putting forth articles, photo shoots, fashion, and it's always the worst take in the world. But they're so proud of it. Okay, so here's a great example. They had interviewed Jennifer Lopez. They had asked her for 5 of her most important takes on life and how to just be killing it at 55. Are they trolling her? If it was anybody but InStyle magazine who can't get anything right, I would think they were. Of all the people to ask, how do you get to the age you are and be so successful? It wouldn't be Jennifer Lopez we're asking. Okay, she is the epitome of a mess. Now, she might have dressed that mess up. She might be looking like a younger mess than she is, but she's a mess. Okay? And I don't think we need to ask her for life advice, but the interview they did, and we juxtapose it against what the reality is, I mean, comedy gold. Comedy gold, okay? She says in this interview that age is just a number and that you should go out and do whatever you want.
Who says you can't start learning how to play the piano at 50? You can. You're here until you're dead. So might as well do shit. Do as much as you can.
So is that why we were doing this? Is that why this was happening? Because, you know, you just got to do as much as you can as soon as you can do it. Jennifer Lopez. Age may just be a number, but it's also what we're hoping is an indication of your wisdom and your maturing. At 55, I would hope that this isn't where we had found ourselves. Okay? I know that you're living off the fumes of everyone loving your big butt. Okay? But we never wanted to see this. Okay? The only person who I think would love to see this is maybe Joe Rogan, who can't stop talking about you. He wants to see this.
Yeah, she's like 51. She's still hot as the sun. It's crazy. but there is no world in which I am attracted to an ass that big.
Wow.
That's just not my style.
I'm on the other team. I like it.
Oh, really?
I like it.
Yeah, well, you fit in more with good for you, Joe. You fit in with the kids today and your big ass loving friends.
Yeah,
but
you know,
fat is fat.
All right. Well, then she says that you don't need to be afraid to ask for help.
I am open and receptive to all the goodness and abundance the universe has to offer. I learned all this from Louise Hay. You should read some of her books.
God have mercy. Okay. This is a woman who wrote some of the sorriest mantras and felt that if you just said them over yourself often enough, you could essentially become blind to your condition and then live in a world of delusion in which you were happy. Meanwhile, your house is burning down around you. Here are some of her general mantras. All is well in my world. Is it, J-Lo? Was it well in your world when you got, your fourth, fifth divorce? Is that well in your world? Okay. I am happy, healthy, whole, and complete. Really? Okay, but what about these healing mantras? Okay, she's got healing mantras because if you're sick, you could also talk yourself into wellness, okay? What about I am pain-free and totally in sync with life? You can get up. You just need to think in your mind that you're in sync with life. What is really happening right now is that you just haven't told yourself you're pain-free. Get there already. And my favorite, I listen with love to my body's message.
I need the toilet! I need the toilet! Oh, God, I need the toilet!
No. No, Megan. No! No!
Look away!
Megan, no!
Look away!
Finally, if you want to be rich, there's also mantras for that. You just tell yourself I'm a magnet for abundance and then go check your bank account. Also, prosperity flows effortlessly into my life. That's another one. So, get on it. If you're poor, it's because you just didn't say the right mantra, all right? And that's what J-Lo wants you to know. Courtesy of Louise Hay. She also wants us to know in this video that she made for InStyle that you just don't need to apologize for wanting it all. You need to have the life. Any man that goes out there and gets it all, what is stopping you, babe? She lets us know that you should choose one thing in your life that you can fix and then focus on that thing and everything else is just going to fall into place.
Look at your whole life. Choose one thing. Pick one thing that you know you can handle, that you can fix, whether it's work or relationship or this or that or whatever, and just go, okay, I'm gonna handle this part first. And when I handle that, everything else is gonna fall into place.
So she's got so many things she needs to work on. I mean, what does she choose? Maybe could she focus on learning how to sing? Maybe she could focus on fixing those vocals. What about her relationships with others? What about her desperate need for attention? What about, can she fix her need to take pictures of her ass when she's on yachts? If she fixed that, would she then be able to sing and get a man to stay with her? I mean, what is she talking about? You just have to fix one thing in your life and then everything falls into place. I mean, a bigger mess, as I said, does not exist. Okay? What is of all the people in the world to tell me that if I want my life to be beautiful, all I have to do is just find that one little thing to tweak and then everything just comes into place. Are you crazy? You can't sing, you can't keep a man, and you're so addicted to media attention that it has spoiled your entire life. But you're on to tell me that all I need to do is just tweak that one little thing. Keep tweaking, friend, because I don't think you found that one thing yet. That is just a little wonky. Okay, finally, she says that you need to take care of yourself and you need to check in with yourself, okay? You need to keep asking yourself, keep going back to yourself and asking, am I happy? She needed to ask herself that a little less because she talked herself out of every relationship she was in, okay? There's too much asking, am I happy? Do I need to move on? Ask yourself that a little less, Jennifer. I mean, everyone's the ones that talk about that gyrating porn video, but I'm just like, okay, yeah, but also the delusion reigns supreme in this woman's life. I mean, here's the thing. The reason that video was so crazy is because it was so delusional. We don't want to see this. You look great for your age. That's not the problem. We're not calling you disgusting. We're saying what you're doing is disgusting. You and your orgy on stage, you literally just showed us just crazy town. Crazy town, okay? All your positions and all of your licking and up in people's faces and them up, down, and it's just like, what? Who coordinated that? You had to practice that. That's crazy. But it's all because you live in a world of delusion in which you've told yourself some kind of mantra that this is something people want. We don't. And I think to hyper-focus on that, no, what we need to focus on is just her general delusion. That crazy video is led by the fact that she lives a life of delusion. InStyle just never lets us down, do they? They just never let us down.